concept of Mount Pilli is a bit different than the current existing structure. In the current one, we have brick and mortar, where generally a parent goes to a therapy center. They conduct a therapy, let's say, for 2 hours, for 3 times a week or 12 times in a month, and they get only 24-hour exposure. Now, what happens is that during that time, from one therapy to another therapy, parent has no option but to wait for the next therapy. They don't know what to do at home. They don't know what's going on inside the therapy center. Sometimes they don't involve. So the parent feel more of a logistic partner rather than doing something for their own kid whenever they want to. Now we want to change this concept. We want to have a concept where we want to empower a parent so that they can take care of their child themselves. And that's why we introduced Mons Belief. So Mons Belief is a therapy, guided therapy by a parent at their home, at their convenience. And how it works is that we send across set of resources which are there done at the therapy center only. Our research and development team made that into a very scalable or a mobile sort of stuff. When I say mobile, that they can be shipped across to anywhere in the world. It's all hands-on resources, and the parent, with the help of a child psychologist, conduct those resources and do the therapy for their child. Right now, I tell you the difference. And one, they cannot be a better motivator than a mother and father. They'll do anything and everything for their child. Number two, when you train a mother or a father, they go extra miles. So rather than 24 hours in a month, they do even 6 hours in a day. So imagine the exposure which the child is getting. And these are not medical ailments. These are like we go to any hospital, fix ourselves and come back. These are way of life. These are behavioral therapies which goes for even 5 years, decades. If the kid is learning something on the 6th year, 7th year, he or she needs to learn something else, and 8th year different. So this is a continuous process. And the last part is the cost. In any therapy center, there's a per hour cost which a parent need to take. So even let's say for 24 hours, let's say 500 per month, per hour they take. So it's a 12,000 per month plus the logistic cost, because especially for those kids, mother needs to either hire a taxi or come with some conveyance. They can't drive themselves most of the cases. So it's a added on cost. Why special need? See, there is no personal reason, like there's no background like my kids or something, but this thing is very widespread. I'll give you a stat: 1% of the world population is autistic. It's the only ailment in the world which is increasing 1200% in last 1 decade, and there's no medical solution for this. The only solution you have is these therapies. The trained professional is only 7,000 in India, and as compared to 7,000 professional, you have around 15 million autistic kids, 35 million learning disability alone in India. And outside India, like Korea, Dubai, Middle East, it's a staggering number. Mount's Belief is more of an ecosystem. Right? Yes, there's definitely an online part involved in it, but we treat it as a more of ecosystem. First part, which is definitely the online, is the neurological developments. We do a neurological development profiling of every child to know where they can stand in their life, where they can stand in their entire scheme of things. Once we do that, we take care of the entire setup of things and send it to the child psychologists, who treat them as a family member and tell them what we need to do at all times. So online factor help us in the scalability part, that a kid sitting anywhere across the globe, anywhere, can be made. So we don't diagnose, but the IEPs in our world is called individualized educational plan, can be made for that particular kid across the globe. So we were able to identify, rather than a kid coming to a therapy center and doctor looking at it and telling what to do, what not to do, we change with the help of online, that we can create an IEP of that particular child by sitting here without a parent coming all the way to the particular therapy center. Number one, from the online perspective. Secondly, we use online structure for showing the development to a parent. So we have an online dashboard. There are 18 skills, 42 sub-skills, various questions. Parent can see where my child is progressing on month-on-month basis. So we have an every 3-month benchmarking, that where your child was month 0, month 3, month 6, month 9, and parent can see the curve. This is the online factor which complement the entire system. The entire system is then the human part, that we connect to a parent, we guide a parent how to do that particular resource, we ship that bag across. Every resource is being taught to them. There are videos for every resource so that they can work, plus 1 hour mandatory training for a parent. The training is not on only on resource, it can be on home, like you have some chores at kitchen, you can teach that kid that do this, do that, so that the similar therapy what they are getting via resource can be replicated in different. We have a specific benchmark on the performance. Like on day 0, we see where the child is standing in the current structure, current level of the skill based on their age. What we do, we start a therapy after neurodevelopment profiling, and then for month 1, month 2, month 3, with the help of parent, they complete each and every skill. That let's say we take 12 skill in month 1, we want to repeat those 12 skill, or maybe add a new skill, or maybe take to the next level of these skills. It's a very complex activity we do. After 3 months, we ask parents same questions which we asked on day 0, from parent only, and parent answer them objectively, and then we compare 0 and 3 and then see the performance of the child, that what is the improvement. The best part about it is, like I said, rather than a limited number of hours like 24 hours in a month, where the therapy center, obviously professional can't spend more than that on one child. The best part is that we see mother and father doing that repeatedly at home. It gives a great window and opportunity for the child to learn. 1% of the world population is autistic. 1%. 1 in 65 child in US is autistic. In India alone, we have 15 million kids diagnosed autistic and 35 million learning disability. So what is happening is there are not many professionals who can take care of those kids. We need intervention at a larger scale with the use of technology, with the use of scalability and logistic, like sending the things back to their home. The only thing what we are utilizing is the hands of a parent rather than a professional. You giving and imparting knowledge using their hands, and they giving the therapy to their child. Once you do that, right now 7,000 is to 15 million of autism we are talking about. Imagine every parent taking care of their child. There's a 2 parent, let's say, work on one child. You have 30 million hands, right, of people working on 15 million kids. It will change the scenario. So this disruption is required, not for any other reason, but for those kids who go without therapy at all times. There are companies across the globe or centers across the globe who somewhat follow this model, where they empower parent, but that's only limited to a workshop, providing a CD or a session with them, or a video shoot, something on those lines. What we want is parents to have a hands-on experience rather than a CD or a video or a workshop or a modules, because you can get everything on the internet. You can get everything. If that would have been the case, every parent could have done already and taken. But what we have learned, they require 3 things: tools to do at home, guidance from a trained professional expert, third is motivation. Right? That's most important. They give up after some time. Trust me, first month is overwhelming, and after some time they give up, because you see your child every day like this, every day. Imagine they usually identify a child as autistic at 2 to 3 years of age. First of all, they get to the shock that my child is autistic around 3. They are very motivated in 4, 5, 6 years till the child is there. Then let's start getting deteriorated, because they see their child every day and the progress is slow. It can't be that fast like a normal kid. They need motivation, that someone is there at my back to take care of me. Whatever I want to ask, someone is there to take care of my child. And even if it's as trivial as that, like why my daughter is not sleeping for last 2 days, or she's not able to recognize this, for example, there should be someone to tell them and guide them and counsel them. Don't worry, do this, or take the step, or wait, because you can't go to professionals every day. Like even in our world also, you can't go to doctor every time you have cold and cough. Doctor, what should I do? You do something for yourself, and that's why we want parent. Ask our psychologist, and we are there to help you. online is the only thing that is helping Mons belief to spread across, be it awareness, be it getting the neurodevelopment profiling, be it keeping the parent informed on the progress. Online is the backbone. So if I have to say, Mons belief is 40% technology company and 60% a service company, because and therapy service company, because 40% of the part we train mother via YouTube, we train mother via various resources, we do Skype with parents, we do neurodevelopment profiling with the parent via remote connectivity. We show the development in the dashboard via online portal. They have a login, they can go and then check everything. There's an online report which has been published. So online is a backbone, and soon we'll be starting various neighborhood, like mother of, let's say, this vicinity. They within 4 kilometer, who all mothers are there, so they can connect as a special need mother, right? Because they don't usually come out, like there's still stigma in the society. They don't usually come out, which is changing the mindset, but still long way to go. So the awareness, just like they did for various other medical programs earlier, for autism and LD and special need, the awareness is, there's a campaign which I strongly recommend to be done by government. Number one, on the awareness. Number two, to create an infrastructure. The professional who come out from this college, give them some incentive, give them some empowerment so that they can open more and more. And number three, which is the most important, the policy changes. The policy changes for these kids, and I'm not talking about the quota or reservation, I'm talking about the basic infrastructure, where these kids are brilliant programmers, architects, interior designer. It's just we need to identify their talent and put in a right structure. So various vocational center needs to be worked upon. In India, everything is there. It's just a matter of will, which I'm sure with the latest development, someday that will come into the picture. And once it all clubbed, it will give a beautiful framework and the policy, which is there in the Disability Act right now and various act, but it will give more firm picture to a special needs section, mental special needs section, because you have blind also in that one, the handicap also comes under that. A special need is also there, but yes, the handling of special need kids and the policy around needs to be worked upon.